Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening. This is EmoNews, every moment online. In tonight's headlines, KEC donates Creole publications to Ministry of Education. Dominica National Lottery Match 5 jackpot presentation. Guyana to roll out new tax breaks and support for parents of children with disabilities. Miss Mexico crowned the new Miss Universe at the 74th annual pageant in Bangkok. And Haiti, Panama, and Curacao seal spots for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. These stories and more coming up next. Stay tuned.
We're at the different phases in life. We move at a different pace. All we need is to be supported. Cause when the baby's coming, business needs revamping, the new job starting, and you need an outfit. Let momentum hook you up. Momentum will hook you up. The wedding's planning, rent due dates coming. Momentum is your support financing. Let momentum hook you up. Momentum will hook you up.
Welcome back. I'm your presenter, Rick Francis, and this is a news broadcast for November 21, 2025. Let's take a look at local news this evening. BPW Dominica hosted a heartfelt ceremony on November 19 at the PSU building to mark International Men's Day. The event honored 19 outstanding men for their exemplary service and contributions to the Commonwealth of Dominica. The ceremony highlighted the vital roles men play as heads of households, leaders in business, education, community organizations, and other areas that support national development. BPW Dominica emphasized the importance of recognizing the positive impact men make in strengthening families and communities. This inaugural homage to men is set to become an annual tradition as the organization remains committed to celebrating the often unsung heroes who shape society and inspire the next generation. The successful event reaffirmed the value of formally recognizing men whose leadership and dedication contributing significantly to Dominica's progress and well-being. A two-day seminar in Dominica is bringing together regional officials and cooperative leaders to strengthen agriculture and fisheries cooperatives across the Eastern Caribbean. The forum focuses on how cooperatives support rural development and vulnerable communities while tackling challenges like outdated laws and limited data. The event is part of the EU-funded EU CAN project with partners including the OECS, ILO, IICA, and Dominica's Ministry of Culture. It also aligns with the International Year of Cooperatives 2025. Experts are sharing legal, financial, and climate resilient strategies as countries outline their needs in legislation training and market access. The seminar highlights cooperatives as vital to decent work and community resilience in the region. KEC donates Creole publications to Ministry of Education. The Comité Hérité Creole, KEK, has officially handed over a set of Creole publications to the Ministry of Education to support and enhance the teaching of Creole in primary schools. During the brief ceremony, cultural stalwart Raymond Lawrence delivered remarks, noting that the occasion marks a significant moment for all stakeholders involved. He highlighted the importance of the initiative and spoke on how the Creole program has been implemented across schools.
This is indeed a very important moment, I think, for the Comité Poétique Creole and the Ministry of Education. And it is an important moment for the development of education in Dominica as a whole, especially when it comes to teaching of the Creole language in Dominica. For several years, KEC has collaborated with the Ministry of Education in various areas to promote the Creole language. And one such area is the organizing and staging of the primary school spelling bee for many years, and we have also organized a Creole choral speech competition for secondary schools, which we held twice. We collaborated with the Ministry of Education to introduce a pilot project for the teaching of the Creole language in 19 primary schools, and that started in 2019. The program worked well until COVID affected our education system and derailed the project. But when face-to-face classes were reintroduced after COVID, the schools which actually continued with the program were reduced to about 4 or 5. There were schools like the St. Luke's Primary School, which continued with the program, and St. Luke's, for example, has been teaching Creole at every grade level.
KEC member Magali Celestine also expressed her joy at witnessing this important milestone. She thanked the Ministry of Education for making the initiative possible and reaffirmed KEC's commitment to supporting Creole education in schools.
I want to thank the Ministry of Education for valuing the Creole language so much that it became inevitable to introduce formally the teaching of the Creole language at all primary schools as of September 2025. This is a bold step in the right direction. KEC has been echoing this need for years now, and it is finally a reality.
Minister of Education, Honorable Octavia Alfred, beaming with excitement, delivered her address in Creole. She emphasized that now more than ever, no one should say they cannot speak or study Creole, noting that the resources provided will greatly support learning across the primary school system.
So aujourd'hui là, nous allons célébrer une grosse célébration pour nous, qu'on ça a fait avec le langage créole à Dominique, avec l'école Dominique aussi. Parce que le livre ça là, moi je crois que ça c'est un livre qui est très significant pour pousser nous, plus avancer nous, comment nous pour nous enlider nous bas créole significance là qui besoin à l'école nous, à culture nous, à la vie nous jour par jour. Parce que c'est héritage nous, c'est langage nous. Et bien, il a joué un pas pour faire nous un monde qui a une identity qui est unique.
Also making the news this evening, Dominica's Calypso queen, Ophelia, has been invited to perform in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso at FIDE 2025. The Forum International des Femmes Entrepreneurs et Dominique, a major Pan-African gathering of women entrepreneurs and leaders. The invitation came after the release of a reggae anthem, Burkinabe Rise, dedicated to the courage and dignity of the Burkinabe people. Ophelia is expected to perform the song as part of the official program, carrying a powerful message of unity between Africa and the Caribbean. From Roseau to Ouagadougou, Burkinabe Rise is on the move. And finally, in local news this evening, winners of the Dominica National Lottery's March 5 jackpot were presented with their prizes today, receiving a total payout of over $90,000. Grimson John claimed the top prize of $98,200, while Jean Constant won $10,010. Both winners received their checks during the presentation ceremony. Grimson John also shared brief remarks about his winnings.
The stone that the builders reject shall be the head cornerstone and is the head cornerstone. Because 40 years I work in a public works at a rate, never get an increase in my salary. And the other thing saying, when you do good for people, especially people of age, and I ask all of you there, when you do good for people of age, and they tell you, God will bless you. Take that seriously. And I have plenty blessings of God will bless me from aged people. And when somebody tell you, go you will meet, tell them God will bless me. Don't take go you will meet is a bad word. See blessings from where I stand in there. My mother is no longer with me and my father, but I get blessings from God. I am happy. I mean, somebody might say $98,000 is not much money, but in Dominica, it is good to have it.
And that's all for local news this evening. Stay tuned for regional news after this message. And now for regional news. Big crowds gathered at the Caribbean Cinemas car park for the 2025 EVolution Car Show and Trade Expo, highlighting St. Lucia's growing shift to electric mobility. Minister Stephenson King praised the partnership behind the event, calling electric transport key to a cleaner future. The expo featured the island's largest display of electric and hybrid vehicles, along with test drives, demos, workshops, and family entertainment. Banks, insurers, EV dealers, and green tech companies provided a one-stop hub for anyone exploring the switch to electric. Organizers say the strong turnout shows St. Lucia is ready for the transition, marking EVolution 2025 as a major step toward renewable energy and e-mobility. Guyana's government will soon offer special tax incentives and new support for parents of children with disabilities. President Irfin Ali announced the plan during a Region 6 outreach, saying it aims to ease the financial burden on families where a parent often must stay home to provide care. He also unveiled expanded support for childcare and elderly care, including subsidies to reduce childcare costs and incentives to help operators upgrade facilities. The initiatives are part of the government's broader push to ensure families receive the support they need. And that's all for regional news this evening. Stay tuned for international news coming up next.
Look yours, it's not just a game, it's our game. Dominica's very own jackpot, Match 5.
And now for international news. Miss Mexico, 25-year-old Fatima Bosch, has been crowned the new Miss Universe at the 74th annual pageant in Bangkok. She succeeds outgoing title holder Victoria Telvig of Denmark. Miss Thailand placed second, followed by Miss Venezuela, Miss Philippines, and Miss Côte d'Ivoire. Bosch's win follows weeks of controversy, including a viral confrontation with Miss Thailand director Nawat Isaragrisil on day one of the competition, an incident that prompted several contestants to walk out in support of Bosch. Fatima Bosch now takes home the Miss Universe crown despite the drama. A terrifying incident in British Columbia, Canada, has left 11 people injured after a grizzly bear charged a group of school children and teachers on a walking trail near Bella Coola. Authorities say 2 victims are in critical condition and 2 others suffered serious injuries. The group was from Axalta School, operated by the Newark First Nation. The bear remains on the loose, and residents have been urged to stay indoors as armed police and conservation officers continue the search. Witnesses say teachers and bystanders tried to shield the children, with one male teacher taking the brunt of the attack and being airlifted to a hospital. A parent described how close her 10-year-old son came to the bear, close enough to feel its fur. The Alsalta school will be closed today, with counseling offered to students and staff as the community processes the shocking attack. And that's all for international news. Stay tuned for the sports segment after this message. And welcome to the sports segment. The Windward Volcanoes pulled off a thrilling chase to beat the Leeward Islands by 2 wickets in the Super 50 Cup. Chasing 324, the Volcanoes reached 325 for 8 in just under 44 overs. Darren Ned led the charge with a blistering 94 off 56 balls, supported by Dylan Douglas with 61. For the Leewards, Kofi James earlier smashed 103 from 87 deliveries to set up their total, while Chandrak Dekate and Darren Ned each took 3 wickets. But in the end, the Windwards held their nerve, sealing a dramatic victory. And Dominica is celebrating on the cricket front as Cavem Hodge secures his place once again on the West Indies senior men's team. He lined up alongside fellow Dominican Alec Atanas for the 3-match test series against New Zealand from December 1st to 21st. It's another proud moment for Dominica, with 2 homegrown talents flying the nation's flag on the international stage. Congratulations to Cavem Hodge on a well-earned return. And in more sports news, Haiti has qualified for the World Cup for just the 2nd time, remarkably under a coach who has never visited the country. French manager Sébastien Minge has coached remotely for 18 months because conflict in Haiti makes travel impossible, forcing the team to play home games in Curaçao. With a fully foreign-based squad, including Wolves midfielder Jean-Ricna Belgade, Haiti beat Nicaragua 2-0 to book the first World Cup trip since 1974. Panama and Curaçao also qualified, with Curaçao reaching the tournament for the first time. The 2026 World Cup expands to 48 teams, with the US, Canada, and Mexico already in as hosts. And that's a wrap for the sports segment. Stay tuned for the weather report from the Dominica Meteorological Service.
Attention all officers, OptiShop has cracked the case on all overpriced prescription eyeglasses and sunglasses. A major deal was uncovered and a 30% off discount is now available for all members of law enforcement to commence Police Week. Consider this your citation for savings. Visit OptiShop today to save.
And this brings us to the end of tonight's news broadcast for November 21, 2025. I'm your presenter, Rick Francis. On behalf of the entire newscast, we say thank you for viewing. This has been EmoNightly News, every moment online. Good night.